Learning some micro language over jazz standards, aka licks, can be really helpful to get some musical ideas to guide you along so that you can further create your own musical ideas over chords and chord progressions. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my favorite lick that I've ever learned and why. Let's crush this thing. What's up, Brent here from LearnJazzStandards.com, which is a blog, a podcast, and videos geared towards helping you become a better jazz musician. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification to never miss out on anything going on here. Now, before I share with you my favorite lick, I think it's important to say that just simply copying and pasting licks over top of jazz standards or different chord progressions you're playing is really not the best way to improvise. I think more so the role of licks is to be able to get some ideas and inspiration and musical concepts under your fingers so that you then in turn can create your own licks and get some ideas and some sounds and language in your ear so that you can create your own music. That being said, here is my absolute favorite lick. Okay, so the most important chord progression that you can find in really any kind of music is the 5-2-1. Okay, so in the case of the concert C, which I'm playing in right now, that would be a G7 of some sort. In this case, I'm playing a sharp 9 or a flat 9, resolving to a C major 7. And also the same in a minor key. The 5 chord going to a C minor. So G7 alt, in this case that I'm playing, going to a C minor chord of some sort. Right? So this particular lick works really well because it is outlining an altered dominant 5 chord. An altered dominant 5 chord. So when we talk about an altered dominant, we're talking about adding any of the extensions and alterations on top of that dominant 7th chord. So regular dominant 7th chord is root, 3rd, 5th, 7th, right? But we can add, of course, the 9th. We can add on top of that the 11th. We can add on top of that the 13th. But of course, in particular, the sharp 11 and the flat 13. And with the 9, we can just do a regular natural 9 or a sharp 9 or a flat 9. So when we talk about an altered dominant chord, we're basically implying that you can add any of those on top of the chord. You could do all of them if you want, you know, or just some of them. So typically when you see an altered chord on a chord chart, something like that, just think, okay, I can put the flat 13 in there, I can put the sharp 9, I can put the flat 9, I can put all of the above, and that's the way to think about it. So this lick hits all of those notes in there. So it starts out on the sharp 9, then goes to the flat 9 of the G7. Okay, then that's the root, so sharp 9, flat 9, root, 7th, or the flat 7th that is, and then call that the sharp 5 or the flat 13, 3rd, and then it resolves to the 3rd of the C major 7. Now resolving to the 3rd of a 1 chord is always a great idea because it really just pops and brings out that chord. So now, the great thing I love about this lick is if you just leave out the 3rd, then you can easily make this into a 5 to a 1 minor. So G7 altered to a C minor, right? So 5, 1. So it sounds like this, right? Or you could even add the 3rd at the end if you want. Kind of sounds weird though. So I like just landing on the 5th there of that minor 7th chord. So in other words, this altered lick has 2 roles it could play. It could be played over a major, right? Or minor. So that's my favorite lick of all time because it really outlines the most important chord progression in really any kind of music, but certainly jazz. And it really outlines all those altered extensions, which sounds really hip and really cool. So hope that helped for you today. Hope that you can take that lick and take it through different keys and give it a try yourself and maybe create other versions of that lick for yourself. And would love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your favorite jazz lick of all time and why? Leave that in the comments below. And if you want to check out another video right now, I have one lined up right there for you. If you're interested in kind of learning different pieces of jazz language and analysis over different chord progressions in jazz standards, then go ahead and check out my Jazz Standards Playbook, which is right over there. And I'll see you in the next video.